This video is brought to you by the 3 Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Imhotep in about 3 minutes. It has no solo mode, it's a game for 2 to 4 players, playing time is short, and it's a pretty simple game. You are a builder competing for the pharaoh's favour in ancient Egypt. Can you build monuments that will both appease them and last for millennia? The game ends after 6 full rounds of play, tracked using the ship cards. The winner is the player with the most points at the end of the game, and you get points from many sources. Tile placement. Imhotep is all about placing these big blocks. Card management. The market has 4 different types of cards to manage. Area control and set collection. Each of the 4 areas on the board scores points differently. Player turn. Each player has a mountain of blocks and a quarry board. Start the game with some blocks on your quarry. Deal out 6 ship cards from the stack matching the number of players. Shuffle them and draw 1. Place those ships near the board where everyone can reach them. On your turn you can take 1 of 4 actions. The first action is to add 3 blocks to your quarry. The second action is to load a block from your quarry onto a ship. Each player takes 1 action and passes to the next player. Now we have some ships with blocks on them. Note the marker at the front of each ship. This is the minimum number of blocks a ship can be moved with. The third action is to take a ship and send it to the main board. The ship can dock with 1 of the 5 ports of the active player's choice. That area is now unable to get ships for the rest of the round. Let's run through the sections. At the obelisks, we stack the blocks on the matching player square. Having more blocks here than other players will score points at the end of the game. At the temple, take the blocks in order from first to last and place them on the temple squares. Each block showing scores points at the end of each round. Later shipments with new blocks go into the stack and they will be placed on top, changing which players are getting points. The burial chamber is loaded top to bottom, then left to right. The goal here is to have linked chains of your blocks, so grey will score lots of points while white not many. And the pyramids are scored as blocks are placed based on the number on the board. Blocks are placed top to bottom, left to right, but you can also build up to a 3rd level here. The market shows 4 cards, and in ship order each player picks a card for each block. The blue cards grant you a 4th action type, a card action. Use that once on a ladder turn, then discard the card. The red cards are immediate effects, and the green and purple cards score you in-game points. The purple statue cards score more points the more of them you have. Each of the 5 locations has an alternate side with a variant to allow some setup changes. Once all 4 ships have sailed, the turn ends. Draw a new ship card. Why would you like this game? I've used the term foundation game to describe simple games that are fundamentally good in sound and teach modern board game mechanics well. Imhotep is a great foundation game, which is doubly funny because it's about building foundations. It's a very simple yet incredibly clever game with low rules overhead, but a great deal of good decision making. And one of my favourite decisions to make in this game is to send a ship loaded with other people's blocks to a building site that doesn't help them at all. The cards add in some nice options, and while they do look good, each comes with the opportunity cost of not placing a block. And there's just something about the tactile nature of placing big blocks on the board and watching the stacks grow that appeals to me. All up, a great foundation game suitable for practically any group. Best thing about this game is 6 turns of tight decisions within its 20 to 30 minute playtime, the perfect game to end an evening with. However, being able to ship other players' blocks can lead to some dick moves, which may upset younger players. And due to its short playtime, you can't really plan an evening around it, unless you plan to play 10 games of it. For a different take on tiles, try Azul. And for another Ancient World Foundation game, try 7 Wonders. Imhotep, the definitive foundation game. Gold medal game. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Is there something you would like to say to the 3 Minute Board Games audience?
Yeah.